Good morning, peregrinos and Bicigrinos on day 5 on the Camino Frances, doing it this time around, of course, on an e-bike, just flying by, having a great time. Just had breakfast at 7 a.m. in this great albergue, one of the top 5 of any albergues that I stayed before last night after having dinner, communal dinner where we all pitched in, cooked, and then washed the dishes in a way that I haven't seen before. We went to the church, we had a candlelight circle where we all passed the pilgrim candle around and wish, and there was a lot of hugging, a lot of crying and kissing. It was a memorable experience. Today we have the longest day so far at 66 kilometers, and I really hope that my battery lasts because yesterday I got here and it was on empty when I made it to the albergue and it was only like 58. So I need to find that extra juice just to make it all the way to Burgos. Let's get started. Grañon might be the last town in La Rioja, but we have just entered Castilla y León. We're in Relive del Camino. Cool temperatures right now, clear skies. It's perfect weather to be out here on the Camino, and I'm just passing by all the pilgrims that I shared some of the moments yesterday at the albergue. And yeah, can't wait to get to Burgos today, but we have so many places, so many highlights along the way, starting with Belorado and Montes de Oca. Let's go for it. One more time. Buen camino. Parting ways with newfound friends is an integral part of the Camino experience, and despite having met numerous wonderful pilgrims, bidding farewell remains bittersweet. As I rode along the gravel path adjacent to the N120 road, I passed by 3 charming villages until I reached my next unforgettable destination on the Camino, Belorado. Perched atop a hill lies the 9th century ruins of Castillo de Belorado, which once stood as a formidable defense against invaders and competing factions. From this vantage point, I could see the majestic Iglesia de Santa María la Mayor and the Iglesia de San Pedro in Plaza Mayor. The desolate, narrow cobble streets are adorned with Camino murals. While most of the pilgrims who set out earlier in the days have since moved on, I'm determined to catch up to them on my way to Villafranca, Montes de Oca. So it is 9:30 in the morning and I find myself in the town of Belorado. Very charming place, full of murals. I think it's one of those towns that has the most murals on the entire Camino. It also has the ruins of that castle at top. The 2 churches, I got 1 stamp already. And I also went to a bar just to have a little snack because the breakfast this morning was simply not enough. It was just 2 slices of bread with butter and the café con leche. So here I went for an orange juice and a slice of chorizo tortilla. Easy day so far. It's getting easier and easier. It is day 5, the first 5 days. Let's do a little recap. Started in Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port, did not vlog on the first day because of course it did not stop raining. So I started vlogging in Roncesvalles, the starting point for many Spaniards. And it's just been incredible. First time doing the trip on bike and I'm really enjoying it. I think from now on I'm gonna mix it up, do a few on bicycles, another ones on foot. Got nothing to prove, of course. I've done many caminos here in Spain and all over Europe, so it's not about making it easy. It's just about having a great time. Buen camino. Hola, buenos días. From here on, we're gonna continue on to Montes de Oca, another mural. Now, for the time being, I seem to have the Camino all to myself. Why is that? If you started in Santo Domingo de la Calzada this morning, Belorado will be the typical end of the stage of the day. So I left all those pilgrims behind. Now up ahead are the people that started in Belorado early this morning. So I have a little bit of a gap where I'm on my own. Once I pass them, then I'll start approaching the ones that are going to Burgos. Today I'm kind of doing 3 stages in one, 3 walking stages. So it's gonna be a long day, but it's gonna be a good one, of course. Nestled next to the river Oca is the village of Villafranca, Montes de Oca. With a population of just 200 residents, the village is small but boasts several albergues, bars and a small market. However, the real gem of the village is the stunning Iglesia de Santiago Apóstol. It's 11 in the morning, started already the climb of the day, which is right after you leave the town of Villafranca, Montes de Oca. And if I can backtrack just a little bit, in the town of Dos Santos, there is Ermita Santa Maria, which is like carved right into the rock of the mountain. And last time around I saw it, but did not have the energy to go up there. And I thought, well, that's the benefit of having a bicycle. So I did the small climb, wasn't too bad, with the help of my motor, of course. And I got some shots up there. So now, it's a climb all the way to the mass grave from the Civil War, the Spanish Civil War, the Franco era. I think there are 2 mass graves there. Battery-wise, I have 3 bars out of 5. So we're doing good. If I can make it to the top and have half the battery, then we're there already. Because I think from this hill to Burgos is mostly, I'm gonna say mostly downhill. I do know that right after Atapuerca, I believe it is, right next to that military base where they have the cross up there, I'm gonna skip that section because I remember how rocky and steep that section was. So I will take the road around it and then reconnect with the Camino in the next town down below. But you know, that's still a couple of hours down the road, I guess. Buen camino. So here we are at the top of the climb. This is the mass grave that I mentioned to you guys. The monument is right on the Camino, but if you make a right turn, not even 100 meters, even less, you can find this mass grave from the Franco era. It was found on June 3rd, 2010. As you can see here, we got a picture of the work that was done to exhume all the bodies. And this is what remains. Very sombering experience. When I was here last time, I only saw the monument. I didn't come back here. I thought it was farther away from the Camino, but here I am now. Here's a list of the people that were shot, execution style, and buried here. And there you have it. Next stop along the way is the Oasis del Camino, which is still in the woods. Right now we're kind of away from the sun, which is kicking. Not gonna complain because it's been cold and raining at the beginning of the trip. So just a little bit of sunshine, just a little bit of a suntan. It's not gonna be too bad at all. Also, Burgos is the third major city along the way on the Camino. The first one was Pamplona, then Logroño, and now Burgos. Then from Burgos we have La Meseta to León. Well, La Meseta continues on to Astorga, where we're gonna start climbing to Fonsebadón and La Cruz de Fierro. Now let's go to that Oasis del Camino and maybe have a snack there. My God, that Oasis del Camino was more of a surprise than I had anticipated. I met a group of subscribers there, Gino and his family, and they just made me feel so welcome. They bought me soda and a banana, so a little bit of trail magic. And just as a return of my appreciation, I gave them my scallop shell. If you guys remember, maybe I don't know if you saw it, I had it hanging from my front bag, but yesterday it fell off. I wonder why. Maybe it was meant to be. So I gave it to them, say goodbye, and I'm on my way. Buen camino. Buen camino. The tiny village of San Juan de Ortega is home to a stunning Romanesque church from the 12th century, La Iglesia de San Juan de Ortega, dedicated to the saint of the same name who performed miracles in the area during the Middle Ages. Originally constructed as a pilgrim hospital, the church later became a monastery. Alright, so made it to Atapuerca, where I am right now, just after passing the town of Ajes, one of the most, charming towns that you can come across. And I stopped there at El Alquimista de Ajes just to have a bite to eat for lunch. And it was just such a chill atmosphere with all the flowers, and just got to drink some wine, also have a stew that was just incredible, followed by some lomo. Everything was like 15 euros, and that climb that I thought I was gonna be able to avoid, well, as it turns out, there's no escaping it. I may even have to get off the bicycle in some sections, and doing that after lunch is not fun, guys. It's not fun. But it's the last stretch into Burgos, and I still have two bars of power in my battery, which should be around, 20 kilometers, which is way more than what I need. Hopefully I don't get to use it all up on this climb. See you at the top. So that took some huffing and puffing, but made it up here to the cross. This is the military zone on this side, but you should be fine. There's plenty of space to go up. Man, I had to get off the bicycle there at some sections because it got very rocky. Not as steep as I remember it, but last time around it was going up on foot and under the rain. So I can see the cell phone towers in the distance, meaning that just over the edge there of the mountain is going to be the descent, the final descent into Burgos. Sun is baking. I haven't been out this late so far. I think it's past 1 or 2. So heading straight to the Municipal Albergue in Burgos. So far I've been staying at the municipals. I haven't done any private accommodations, no pensiones or private albergues yet. So far I'm just winging it, kind of like showing up in town, and if I cannot find a place to stay at the municipal, then of course I'll go to a private one, or if I still have extra juice in the tank, I can also continue on to the next town. Yeah, let's just go into Burgos already, man, because I can't wait to get there. But of course, I may actually take the river route instead of going next to the airport and the industrial section that's very long. I'm gonna see if I can stick to the river's edge, just like in Pamplona. here's the first, riding the bicycle next to the airport's perimeter. I made the left turn at the split. If you go right, you don't get this close to the fence, but you do get to walk through a very long stretch. I think it's over 2 kilometers of industrial complexes and a main road. So I'm giving this alternative a try because you guys already know that I love riding into big cities following the river path. So that's what I'm aiming for. Come on, is there a plane taking off or not? Or is it just me right now on runway A1A?
The 12th century was a time of significant growth in Spain, marked by cultural, economic, and political advancements. The kingdoms and regions, including Castilla, León, and Navarra, invested heavily in infrastructure, leading to the construction of many churches, bridges, castles, and landmarks. These structures were often built in the Romanesque style, popular across Europe at the time. Following the river path into Burgos proved to be a great decision, prompting me to explore this fascinating period of Spanish history.
If I said it once, I said it a million times. I don't know why the river path is not the official Camino into the large cities. They always make you go through like the industrial section. I guess they want you to go through the businesses as fast as possible because this here is just gorgeous. Cannot believe that on the other side of that, those trees, is the metropolitan city. Right now I'm sharing the path with very few hikers and also a few pilgrims that I've seen. Hello? Like those. So yeah, let's just finally make it into the Municipal Albergue in Burgos. Let's hope they have a spot for me. I'm sure they do. If they don't, then there's just plenty of other types of accommodations in the vicinity. Wow.
There is no better way to enter the old medieval quarters than by crossing the Santa Maria Bridge over the Arlanzón River and under the Gothic gate that was once part of the city's medieval walls and served as the main entrance to Burgos for centuries. The city's most impressive landmark is undoubtedly the cathedral, a magnificent Gothic structure that took over 300 years to build. The cathedral features intricate stone carvings, beautiful stained glass windows, and a number of chapels and tombs. The cathedral is also home to the famous Papamoscas clock, which features a figure of a man who opens his mouth to chime the hours.
So made it into Burgos at 3 in the afternoon and went straight to the Municipal Albergue, which is right there behind me, just to make sure that I had a spot to stay. And of course I did. I don't know why I always overthink it when the Camino always provides. The route following the river, icing on the cake. I'm gonna continue doing that from now on as many times as I come back here because I really enjoyed it. Here I did a laundry. It was like 4 euros for the washer, 3 euros for the dryer. So it's nice to have all my clothes clean again. I got to meet Argentinians that I've been seeing on and off, but today will be the last day that I see them because they're getting to Santiago a day ahead of me and they're gonna push on tomorrow. I think they're doing like 80 kilometers. I did 69 point something, just a little bit shy of 70 kilometers, the longest day so far, and it wasn't flat at all. And now I'm just walking around the town, just getting some shots, waiting, because tomorrow is going to be a new stage of the journey. Tomorrow we enter La Meseta, the flattest section of the entire trip. For like the next 4 days, it's going to be easier than it has been so far. So yeah, snack, dinner, you guys know the routine. Let's do it.
The Municipal Albergue was originally founded when? You guessed it, in the 12th century, as a monastery called El Monasterio de San Juan de la Penitencia. It was later transformed into a hospital and asylum. During the Spanish Civil War, it served as a military hospital, and after that it was repurposed as a school. Finally, in 1993, it was renovated and converted into a municipal albergue to offer accommodations for pilgrims on the Camino de Santiago.
So there you have it. That is Burgos Cathedral, and the sun is already going down. I just got back from doing a pub crawl. It was more eating than drinking. I had a few pinchos. That's what I seem to be doing whenever I get to these major cities. And then I was sitting across the street from the Municipal Albergue, and I came across Kenny. If you guys remember, I met him in Los Arcos. He took a bus up to this point, and I think he wants to do the Camino San Salvador. If you guys want to see a video just about the cathedral, like a drone compilation and shots from inside, I'll leave the link up here and of course in the description down below so you can enjoy that video. And I think I'm just gonna call it a day already, guys, because I'm tired. The longest day of the whole trip, and tomorrow's gonna be another like 65-kilometer days to Fromista. Of course, it's gonna be easier, or at least that's what I think. It is La Meseta after all. Great weather so far, having a great time, meeting new people every day, and you know how it goes. Guess I'll see you all tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock.